we have two first-year head coaches, Steve. That being said, how long does it take for teams to learn a new system under these new coaches?
Kevin, is easy. You have a veteran team, less time. If you have a younger team, it could take some time. You just have to be patient if you have younger guys.
And the starting group for the Spurs. The 4 and the 5, it's Johnson and Pirtle. Devin Vassell out there with Jones. And it's Richardson in at the 3 spot. And here's Harden. Not a good performance from him in that loss to Milwaukee. Inside, Maxey, and he makes good on the way.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite-level passer.
Now, here's Vassell. Johnson outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Embiid. And Greg Keldon-Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
That free throw, no good.
Manu Ginobili, Hall of Fame class of 2022. He played his entire career in San Antonio. And in 2003, Manu's rookie season, we won a ring together.
Good on the second free throw. And seeing Manu as a rookie, Smitty, what were your early impressions?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, Kevin, he was unpredictable. He was definitely NBA ready. He had already been a pro for 7 years before he came over, and he played an important role for us winning that title.
And the pass to Vassell. Here's Johnson. And Embiid with the block.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Substitution. A new group here for Philadelphia. The Spurs also changing it up. Zach Collins checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Roby comes in for Johnson. And Keita Bates-Diop subbed in for Vassell. It's Richardson on the wing, defended by Milton.
In the first 2 minutes.
Richardson dishes to Collins. Jones against MP. He can't get that one. And Philadelphia the other way now. On draft night, many people wondered where MP might land. But Greg, you think he was worthy of that 18th pick?
Well, I was a little surprised to see him go in the first round, but clearly his team believed in him, and the leadership and intangibles he brings are really hard to ignore.
Here's Rope. Jones finds Richardson. No good from outside. And so MP will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 4. Count that bucket.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get your better scores, some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And continuing to press their advantage, they're not taking their foot off the gas.
Jones drives in. He can't hit that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
Now here's Richardson after the miss from MP.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots in the game right here.
Josh Richardson, 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Shake Milton. Gorgie Dang's checked in for the Spurs. McDermott comes in for Keita Bates-Diop. And the second free throw, good. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. MP looking around. Out to the right wing. Right block shot. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Here's Jones. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, up 7. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
And your Sixers youth.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
Harrison and Embiid are manning the post positions. Harden out there with Maxey, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter.
At the line for Philadelphia, Joel Embiid. Shooting 1.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying,
covered by Johnson. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. P.J. Tucker comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And MP subbed in for James Harden. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Roby comes in for Johnson. Keita Bates-Diop's checked in for McDermott. And Jones subbed in for Josh Richardson. And the basket by MP.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Pass to Vassell. Out to the wing. Here's Bates-Diop. Sinks that one from the post. Bates-Diop's got the game tied up here for San Antonio.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
To the paint, it's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. And Bates-Diop gets it to go. Bates-Diop's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first. An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. 1:09 left now here in the second. Passes it to Jones. Pass to Roby. Uncovered. Maxey grabs the miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Bates-Diop misses. 76ers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Harrell up top. MP finds Harrell. Here's Maxey. No good on the 3. Second chance shot, and Harrell with the lay-in. Good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Spurs have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Up top, Vassell, defended by Milton. Here's Jones, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. 76ers lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The 4 and the 5, it's Johnson and Pirtle. Devin Vassell out there with Jones, and it's Richardson in at small forward. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
Thibault.
Substitution.
Teams making substitutions here. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Richardson against MP. Shot from 12, and that one goes long.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And MP throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Here's McDermott. Drops in the layup for 2. McDermott's got his first 2 points.
Let's not forget, at 6'8", Doug McDermott has the ability to be a scoring threat inside the paint.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
It's stolen by Johnson. For the finish. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Remember, that break started with Keldon Johnson. Great play on D.
You know, Steve, the persistent growth of Keldon Johnson is pretty impressive.
It is, Kevin. He is obviously receptive to good coaching and is committed to finding success here in the league. Almost across the board, you see his stats creeping up season to season.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. The Spurs also changing it up. Roby comes in for Collins. And Keita Bates-Diop subbed in for Johnson. And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away. Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Here's Roby, guarded by Harris. Count the basket. Roby's got his first points of the night.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Here's Melton. Back to MP. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. There's the pass to Roby. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Melton passes to MP. This is to Embiid. Back to MP. Rebound by Chang. Now Vassell puts up a 3. Missed. And so it's Philadelphia with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
Before
Substitution on the
making a change
court.
here. MP's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Zach Collins checked in for Bates Diop. And Keldon Johnson subbed in for Jones. In transition, here comes San Antonio. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Front court is Thibault and Harris. MP is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. Collins against Harris. Now, here's MP. Defense is right there. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Spurs trail by 12. Pass to Johnson. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. That one, no good. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And guys, we've become accustomed to this. Embiid's a dynamic scorer who's comfortable shouldering the offensive load. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Knocked away and stolen by MP. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Johnson with the block.
Tenacious swat by Keldon Johnson. He got that one.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Richardson, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And Jones subbed in for Zach Collins. Here's MP. Harris outside. Clock at 4. Thibault, the pass to MP. Lets it fly from 18. San Antonio with the rebound. Passes it to Johnson. And Embiid with the block.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it'll be a win by a large margin for the 76ers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
MP against Jones. Embiid trying to break loose. MP, good. And the 76ers lead by 13. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's not going to go for him. Good defense by MP. Maxey looking it over. Pass to MP. Weigel on the wing. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time